Hi Capricorn, welcome from your 21st to the 27th of January 2024. If you want to book a reading, the website is now back up. I'm doing face-to-face. You can ask me specific questions. There's all different services. Book below. So like the video and comment. Let's take a look and see what the energies are for this week. Okay, what are the energies for Capricorns? Okay, let's go. Ten of Pentacles. So this can be focusing on tax return. It can be focusing on money, because obviously in the UK it's tax return time. This can be having a high tax bill. This can be just generally trying to get your money and your coin and your bag together. But I think it's a week of being conservative. It's a week of budgeting, planning your money, dealing with the tax man, dealing with money. It doesn't have to be bad. You know, this could be a week where you're like, you know, I really want to invest in stocks. I really want to start looking at capital investments, all of this. So it doesn't have to be bad. I feel like you could meet someone as well. So see the way these two people are passing each other. So this can be someone you've had your eye on and they've had their eye on you. And you kind of see each other a lot, but nothing's really happened. You could talk to each other this week. Okay, Four of Wands. This is a good week to do collaboration. It's a good week to network. It's a good week to be endorsing products and kind of working on brand deals. You could land a lucrative opportunity this week. So for me, this is kind of collaborating with others, especially in a community. So this can be an online community. It can be an in-person community. And this can really build the bag. It can build like real substantial money if you do it correctly. Four of Pentacles. You got to make sure you're not blocking yourself. I'm getting that some of you have kind of got an unexpected expense and you're kind of worried about your money. But this can be reaching out to these people as a way to basically deal with the problem. Some of you, though, for the Capricorn man, you could be blocking love from coming in. This woman wants to talk to you. See the way she's smiling? I feel like someone's overly protecting themselves, but some people could be asking for money, and the Four of Pentacles is you being like, I haven't got it. Yeah. So either you're asking people for money and they're like, no, we haven't got it, or they're asking you for money and you're like, I haven't got it. The Six of Pentacles can be a person who's running out of money. This can be a person who needs handouts. They need money off the system, the government. This can be people who are in poverty or lack. So yeah, for some of you Capricorns, I do think money is an issue. But for some of you, it's more other people are having money problems and they're leaning on you and you're like, no. Okay, and this is all to do with governments, banks, institutions. Okay, what energy is Capricorn carrying this week, please? The Temperance with the Six of Cups. There's definitely a connection that's building for you. Some of you are holding on to a person who's committed, or you want a lasting commitment with somebody, but this person might just be being friendly. So this could be a friends with benefits situation. This can be a person who you feel a deep chemistry with, you feel a deep connection with, but this person might want to keep their options open. Okay? So don't block yourself. Know what things are. Know when to be generous with people, because the Six of Cups is a person who's generous. Because I do get someone who's got a lot of money, but this person is super stingy. Like this person is like that guy in All the Money in the World. Like he can help a lot of people, but he helps no one. So you don't want to be that person. Like obviously sometimes people are taking the piss and they just keep leeching. Well, that's where you close the gate. But if you've got the money, if you've got the resources, that's where you help people out. Because you just don't know down the road where you helping this person and being a true friend could be beneficial. And even if it's not beneficial, just doing it from a place of being genuine and genuinely helping out. There's nothing wrong with giving to people and not expecting back. You know, this is where a person gives you the money and they don't ever expect it back. You might be in financial problems and this is you asking for help. It doesn't make you weak. Okay? And whoever this person is, this friend, it could be an air sign, it could be a Sagittarius. This person gives it to you. This could be we're getting some kind of help from the government, getting some kind of help from the system. Doesn't make you weak, right? This is what those funds are there for. I don't like all that shit because it just gets messy. You know, especially if you're self-employed, it just gets messy. But sometimes you need help. You know, in the COVID, my shit went to the floor and I was like, okay, and I literally wasn't making no money, so I got universal credit. But everyone gets universal credit. The point I'm making is get the help if you need it. As long as you're not breaking the law and you're doing it from a genuine place of needing it, you're not doing nothing. It's what the system is there for. Some of you have got a big tax bill and you're panicking. Reach out to them. Get a payment plan. Stop panicking. You know, but you're being told this week to confront it. Just don't ignore it, basically, because that's where problems will come. Just confront it, right? But yeah, I feel like you can get some kind of help, but maybe part of you feels shame. You know, maybe getting universal credit or income support or child support or maybe going to a food bank. And at the end of the day, that's what that shit is there for. It's there to help you. We're all here to help each other. Okay? And then there'll be a time where you're leeching too much or you're giving too much, and then that's where you've got to kind of pull back and get perspective and get balance, okay? What else are we seeing this week for Capricorn? But there is a connection for the Capricorn man or the Capricorn woman, but you're too guarded. Okay? The Four of Pentacles is you. I feel like this is a person you see at the gym, or it's a person you see around the streets, or it's a person you just encounter on a day-to-day basis. Ten of Swords. But I feel like someone was deeply wounded in the past, and so this person might be scared to open up or to love. For some of you, I feel like for the Capricorn woman, you're dealing with a masculine who has superficial connections because he's scared of love. So I feel like you're dealing with a masculine who there is a true connection there, but this masculine is connecting with multiple women and it's something to do with his past. Okay, I feel like he was hurt in the past. Some of you, he could still be in love with someone from the past. So the message for Capricorns this week is to know when to protect yourself and know when to ask for help. To know when to pull back away from a man who's not emotionally available or a woman who's not emotionally available, but then also to be open to love coming in. Because for some of you, love is there. Okay? But you're going to have to be open to love coming in. Okay? Okay, what else are we seeing for Capricorn? Some of you could have a community, but this community is not supporting you. So it's just not lucrative financially. So this can be like an online content creation. Like you're breaking your back for these people and you're just getting the crumbs. So I do think for those who are in some kind of content creation, lots of freebies, all of this, you're going to have to change your business model. Because I think financially you're just not in a good place with the Tower. See the energy. So the Tower is like, this is people's foundations are built on a faulty foundation. So I feel like if you're doing YouTube or if you're doing any kind of self-employment or freelancing, the Tower can be where you never have stability. You're putting the maximum effort in, but there's never enough money, and it's because most of the work is going into giving people free content, free services, and then basically getting a small amount back. So for those who are in these kind of freelance, Fiverr, self-employment, you've got to really start getting your shit together, because people will just freeload off you. It happened to me. They do not give a fuck. They'll take and take and take until you're just like dead in the gutter. They don't care. And they won't support you. And that was what I learned with my community. It's like they really don't care. They'll say they support, yeah, oh my God, you've got no idea how much you changed my life. but my God, will they not throw a fucking dollar in the pot or give you... Honestly, don't be naive. It's as that Amon Gons, he said, I win in business because I'm not emotional in business. And he's a Capricorn. It's a business. So some of you need to stop being too friendly. Okay, you need to start being business minded. You need to start, you know, setting your business up correctly. Because I think some of you, like the Tower, is whatever you're doing is more of a hobby than a business. It's not bringing in the money. It's not bringing in the rewards for the time, the effort, the creativity, whatever you're putting in. The community who supports you builds itself up, but it also builds you with it. It's a give and take. So you provide the content, you provide the value, and then they provide like the coin, the rewards, the likes, the support. Be smart. 3 of Wands. So yeah, some of you need to rebuild yourself. Some of you need to get an extra income stream, because what you're doing has only just begun, and it's going to take time to basically build the reputation, the established success, the community. So some of you are going to have a very successful community, a very successful business, but you're going to have to hustle. Because that's what this is about. It's about right now, you've just started. So you're going to have to hustle, you're going to have to get multiple income streams, you're going to have to really put the work in. The 7 of Pentacles, the toil, the labour, before basically the support and the success comes. And then you've got the Death card. Some of you need to put an end to a connection with a Sagittarius or an Aries. This person's got multiple people. Or it could just be a connection that's passion. It's definitely a fuckboy, because this is the community card, so it's someone who's sleeping with a lot of people. Someone who's connected to a lot of women or men through the internet. I feel like for you Capricorns, like, you know what you want. So act in what you want. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to make changes. Don't be afraid to say fuck no. How about no? They'll all blow smoke, Capricorn. They'll all talk out their ass. People's actions tell you all you need to know. Okay? Be smart. But some of you need to get out your own way. If your life is going to get better, you're going to have to heal your wounds. I'm getting some of you are on edge. There's something about a neighbour or certain people around you. But, I mean, I need to stop talking about these, because honestly, the more you talk about them, the more you bring them in. But yet, you have a lot of people in the world who live through other people. When you've got no life, what else are you going to do? It's why social media is so big. It's why it's why television programs are so big, because a lot of people have got no life. Their life is what's on the TV. So some of you kind of feel maybe worried about judgment. Maybe you feel like you're being observed. Let them watch while you win. If they're going to watch, give them something to watch. If they're going to judge, give them something to judge. Okay? Just don't be like them. Because when you've got no life and you don't go out there and fight in the world, you do end up being that dickhead who's living through other people's worlds. That's how it works. Maybe that's you. Because Capricorns can do this. Very nosy, very Karen, twitchy curtains, opinion in everyone's lives. Mind your fucking business and get a life. And if other people are doing this to you, they need to mind their business and get a life. And that's it. You know, but some of you, I think the message here is, some of you are kind of stuck in a rut in your business, you're stuck in a rut in yourself, you're stuck in a rut in a relationship maybe. Maybe it's a relationship that needs to come to an end because it's just not working no more. Maybe this person's cheated on you multiple times, maybe they're not acting right. So I think the message I want to say to you this week is, don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to make changes. Don't be afraid to say no. Because I do think some of you are kind of blocking yourself. You're blocking prosperity, you're blocking connection, you're blocking happiness. And some of you, you can be very stubborn. And sometimes your stubbornness works for you, but sometimes it works against you. Remember that. Okay, so sometimes it's good to be stubborn, and sometimes it's good not to be stubborn and kind of take other people's viewpoints, because you can get more. So if you're being too stubborn now, try to be flexible. If you're being too flexible, try to rein it in. But yeah, there's a chance meeting this week. There is the opportunity to connect, get endorsements, collaborations. If you've got financial problems, there's the opportunity for the system or certain people to help you out. Now's the time to have multiple income streams, especially if you are a content creator, because again, or you're self-employed, because self-employed is the hardest one. You get no help off the system, and anything you do get is more of a headache, to be fair. But if you really need it, you need it, and you do what you can do, and you take it with grace, right? Because at the end of the day, at some point, we're all going to need healthcare, we're all going to need support, there's nothing wrong with it, right? And then you start to get back on your feet. So I feel like a message here is, but the self-employment is the hardest one. Because if your self-employment is one of those things where you can be doing well and then you can be doing nothing. And if you've got a lot of outgoings, that can be a very unstable way to live. It can be you've got to have a backbone for that kind of life. And most people don't have a backbone for that kind of life, so they have to kind of go to a job and put up with that shit. I've been employed, I've been self-employed, I've been educated. Self-employment, being a boss, not a joke. You've got to have the strongest backbone for that shit. But some of you who are successful, it's time to invest, expand, network, help other people grow. Don't be a mercenary, don't be kind of closed in. Okay, a very successful person doesn't just build themselves, they build other people too. A lot of people are like me, and then they end up in a world of them. Think about it, okay? It's also maybe you've got the opportunity to be generous with people, and you should. But if people are leeching, don't aid them, because they're not going to learn to be self-reliant, they're just going to become dependent. And this is also a message for you. Try not to be dependent. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask for help, but don't become dependent. Emotionally, financially. This is people who are dependent on people liking them. Dependent on the views on a screen. Don't become dependent. That shit doesn't define you. We go through hard times, we go through successful times. Like, that's life. It's just that's the game. Okay? Fuck, I'm out of breath. If you want to get your own video, if you want your own personal, you can book it in the description below. Again, I can talk about anything you need me to talk about. I can help you in any way you need. Like the video, comment, and I'll speak to you soon.